to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready. To spit for the ladies that keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you would pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Boy, you know they say, oh, super hate. Put me good, I'm throwing that shit back. I'm in favorite. Yes, shout out Sex Mantha Reddington.
I do enjoy it.
Right. I like the song. I just wish she would I need to know less about her and more about her at the same time. Yes. But we'll talk about it later.
We'll get to that.
Yes.
But the bitch
welcome back. Now the bitch is a hit maker. She makes the hits.
The song.
Do you think Drake is her baby daddy or not?
I honestly, yes, I do.
I think he might be her baby daddy.
I think he's her baby daddy. Answer in the comments. That's the poll. I'm gonna put the poll on Spotify. Do you think Drake is sexy red?
And Drake, get in the booth, bitch. Get in the booth, bitch. Diddy didn't distract us. Rest in peace to them bridge people.
But bitch, we ain't forgot.
Bitch, we ain't forgot. We gonna give our love to the bridge folks, and we're gonna get on Diddy. But you get your yellow bellied ass in that booth as long as you not walking around in handcuffs, because I hope they coming for your ass next.
Because I know you did something.
You did something.
I don't know what.
I need you pre-rested. Just rested. Arrested. Prematurely.
C-rested.
All the rested.
D-rested.
E-rested. Get your ass in that cell.
Full-rested, bitch.
Woo. But anyway, I'm a little tired, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Said black mamas only. I saw somebody say that, and that was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Goddamn. I washed up. Oh, go ahead.
I forgot my iPad, so we
tracking off
our phones. I forgot it.
I took a shower before I got here. Mind you, I planned so much time to get ready before I came. I washed up with the melatonin body wash and not the regular body wash, and I'm fighting sleep. Huh. I mean, that shit has me in a blender, and I had a coffee. No, it's not my joke. I mean, it could have been, but that's what happened. I was in the shower. I put it on my towel, and as I'm washing up, I said, "Oh, I feel restful." I said, "Oh, this is nice." I smelled that rag. I smelled lavender and chamomile. I said, "Oh, this is the melatonin body wash," and I'm going to bed. Nice. But I made it here by the grace of God. Yes,
that's funny.
Yes.
Yeah, we're back. And I feel like we cuss y'all out every week.
What we cussing about?
No, I'm saying like the people like, "Oh, bitches today is later." Not too much. Because the bitches were going through it. Real life shit be happening.
They know that, and I want to stop.
Podcast factory.
We don't just be sitting in these seats.
We don't live here. You know how you see a teacher outside of school and it's like, you leave the classroom?
Miss Williams? What are you doing here? Why are you at the mall? Like, we be doing shit, and I'll get into it in a second when we start talking about where we've been and what we've been doing. But like, excellent things have been happening for us, and stressful things have been happening for us, all of which sometimes cause us to have to step away. We've got production things that are going on, management things that are going on. So it's never that we just sitting there diddling our fucking Skittles knowing that you waiting on the podcast. It's never that. We love y'all, and that's just what it is. So let's get to it.
And you know what?
She was gonna cut y'all out.
Here's the thing. Most of the comments, like say it was 20 comments, it was only like 2.5 comments that pissed me off. Everyone else was really, really nice because they know how we get.
But those are the ones that jump out.
And low-key be burners. I be looking at the pages.
It be burners. One time, I was on a page and I blocked that page. They said something and I went to look at the followers. It was me, you, Crystals, Kid Fury, Lex, Drea.
So you just bothering all the podcasts.
Mariah and Taz. It was all podcast people. And I was like, let's just shut this door. You get your ass the fuck out of here.
Like, you're going to put that back on.
Let's put that back on. No, I love that meme where they're like, what? Oh, and they were talking about a drug, and they were like, what was it? They were like, hey, Adderall, why are you wearing that mask? And they lift the mask, and it's heroin, it's meth, and they're like, let's keep that on.
Stay over there.
When I say I blocked that account so fast, I was like, no. What you won't do is this.
I went on a rant, not a rant, but I kind of just like talked to my Instagram. It was actually really refreshing. People were like replying to me, and I was just like, I think social media's kind of gone too far. Like we are creating celebrities out of nowhere, and it's kind of like Miss Netta and Charles. I was behind it. I'm like, y'all are laughing because she's ugly and he's slow. That's not fair. That's not nice. Y'all laughing at them and not with them. But then the plot got lost. I was like, well, I can't keep I can't keep defending up.
I'm not laughing at. Listen, it's not funny that anybody's ugly. Well, that's a lie. In this case, I'm not laughing because there's ugliness happening, and I'm also not laughing because there are some developmental challenges. I'm not laughing at any of that. I'm laughing at situationally, this should not be something I'm looking at.
Why
am I so like, I don't know if they went to their wedding or they went like, what's going on? What's happening?
When it was just like, Charles, your lunch is ready, and it was like dinosaur nuggets and mac and cheese, and it was awful. And I was like, you know what? That's wholesome, and yep. But now we're making celebrity appearances. Did you see her unboxing all the DH Gate bags?
I'm all set.
I got another Gucci. I was like, now Miss Netta. And then she doesn't want to be associated with the trans community. And I'm just like, it's walking like a duck, quacking like a duck. And then it's like, what?
We get back to this place.
Like an incel. It's really weird. And there's like, you females and you modern women. How do we get here?
I never needed to know any of these things about these people. And I say that all the time. There are things that y'all don't need to know about me. There are certain parts that I never hope y'all get a peek behind the curtain on me, because we shouldn't know that much about people who entertain us.
And I think that's our problem.
Anyway.
We get on here and overshare so much anyway.
But even then, it's certain shit that I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
That like, if somebody were to like see me or know about it, not that it's shameful, it's just my business, I'd be like, fuck, like you shouldn't have known that about me.
What you want.
Right, so we should not know that much about Charles and
I
Netta.
said all that to say, some people just really want something to stand for. And it's like, the people like to stand. And I think there's a void that a lot of people have in them that is filled by standing.
Oh, you mean stand like STAN?
STAN.
I thought you meant stand up. Okay, I was confused.
Also the point of that we'll get to later. But people want something to stand up for, but people want to be a fan of something like fucking Waterloo. Bitch, I'll beat your ass about some fucking Waterloo. Like, what did you say about Waterloo?
Yeah.
I kill everybody in here about Waterloo. It's like,
oh, hey.
And then it's like, why are you cussing me out? And that's what I was saying. Like, even the I ain't fresh unk. Who was fresh?
Fresh as fuck.
He was clean.
And I'm not gonna get on his tip too hard because he is a man, and I don't want to find out he beat bitches up or he owed child support or something. So
I beat my ass in Dallas in 1970. Oh, right.
Okay. But Unk was fresh. You can't take that from him.
But now it's like, New Balance need to send him shoes, rest of his life. And then it's like, now he got stands. Now I'm getting cussed out by Unk. And it's just like, hold on.
Hey, guys.
So even with the podcast, bitch, we talk into microphones and upload them to the internet.
I'm the radio girl, bro.
We're on the radio.
Like, chill on me.
Too much.
It's too much. But I will say that on my end, I'm working on the negative or irritating things that I see not taking so much of my energy if I'm not going to pay that same attention to the positive things.
And so that's fair.
So the negative things seem to jump off the page. It's like red ink. Like when you were in high school and your teacher made 2 red marks on your page, that's just 2 red marks. It just looks like a lot because it's angry.
And I learned that by watching Wale too. Because he would be on Twitter and everybody being saying something nice, and then somebody would be like, haha, your name Wale. And he'd be like, bitch, you. It's like, damn, but now that it be happening to me,
we talk about Wale a lot. I'd like to have him on the pod. I think so. You know, that would be nice. Yeah, put his little Nike boots on and come sit in with Twinksters.
In between.
Yeah, in between.
But yes, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting couple weeks. Just, we always ask everyone to be normal. And that's all a bitch can ask.
Yeah, and if you can't be normal, be not normal in your group chat. Not on Twitter. That'd be nice. Yeah.
And like a regular person.
Yeah, just like regular. Speaking of which, I've got a comment on a podcast that I have to share with you after this that I'm going to say to you and not to Twitter. See how we do that?
You can text it to me right now.
Nah, because then you're going to want to talk about it. And it's me being shady. So we'll talk. We'll talk after.
Whatever, man.
I think my eyelashes falling off, and that's fine. All right, what's your joke of the week, goddamn?
So, okay, do you want me to tell the Gen Z or the Sigma joke?
Do Sigmas first. Get them out the way.
So, it's been like a cool month for me. I was able to snag an invite to the Essence Black Women in Hollywood event in LA. So fun. Big girl, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'll pay for myself to go. And I did. I went and got my hotel. I bought a hotel by myself like a big girl. I bought a flight. And what I did not realize, so there's so many reasons why everything went wrong, right?
Everything went wrong?
Not everything went wrong, but they did go wrong. But I was able to, 1, stay calm and poised, and 2, handle it. So when I was trying to book my stuff, I was trying to do it on my credit card so I can get the point, right? But I had a mysterious Amazon charge on my account in like January. So I flagged it, which is going crazy. Everybody was like, oh, just dispute stuff. But when I dispute stuff, they give me a new card. I don't want to have to go through that every time, but they send me a new card. So they sent me a new card, but because I'm always using Apple Pay, I never use the card. I never opened the card, and then it updated on my Apple Pay automatically, but I didn't have the physical card with me. So I'm trying to buy this shit online, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have the card. So I had to do it on my phone because I could use Apple Pay using Expedia on my phone. And I was going back and forth on which dates I wanted to do, but I figured out which dates I wanted. So like I booked the shit. And then I booked my flight. Again, I was scrambling and I was distracted because I was looking for my card. So as I board my flight going to LA, I get an email from the hotel like, oh my God, can't wait to entertain you on March 16th. Mind you, I'm on the flight. We're taxiing.
And what day are you on the flight?
I booked the flight for the following Wednesday, and not the Wednesday that it was. And I'm like, I'm about to land and not have nowhere to stay.
Oh.
And we're taxiing, so they done shut off. Like, it's no more
you
signal.
Can't even fix it.
We gotta take off. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I try to go, I'm talking to the bot, I'm talking to the assistant, I'm talking to all the people. I'm like, hey, I need to, they're like, oh, there's no changes, no cancellations, no nothing. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like super stressed out. Then I realized I put the wrong flight too. My return date, I put it for Monday instead of Saturday. So that was easy to change. Okay. But I get to the hotel, I was like, hey, can I change it? They were like, no. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to give it to God. Because I didn't have to make a whole new reservation. While they had already charged me for the other one. So I'm just like, I may be in the hole like $800.
Yeah.
Sick about it. So I get to the hotel, I go to the event, and like I was struggling with like imposter syndrome the whole time. Like I didn't finesse my way in. I was supposed to be there because my name was on the list, but it was just like, damn, these are real celebrities.
Yeah, I get that.
I just felt like, oh my God. But shout out to Dominique Perry. You already know how I feel about her.
She's a sweetheart.
I already talked about how much I love her, but it was just so nice for her to affirm me. It was like, it was caught on camera. It was like a whole little moment. I made sure to DM my friends who I knew was gonna be in the red carpet before. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be there. Please ask me questions. I won't be there. Like.
That'd be the most embarrassing thing when like people come to shit and then the paparazzi is going crazy for the person that comes and then the next person they all put the cameras down. I would throw up on the red carpet.
So I made sure that like I would be fine. But then people were like, I was like, oh my God, man, I'm just like,
me? Moi?
So it was just really nice and I was like super inspired and all of that. So I leave and it was like, I was kind of sad because my sister.
It was ringing. I'm sorry. I got stressed out.
Tap the side?
I don't know. That was my first. Sorry. I started panicking. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The first vibrate didn't even finish vibrating.
Okay. I'm not. Leave it. Come on.
You gonna need the phone for other stuff.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You have on jeans.
I do have on jeans.
I don't think I've ever seen you in jeans.
This is my one pair.
Who are you? Who is this person?
I'm trying new things, man. I'm trying to try one new thing a week. And it's jeans. It's jeans this week. I wore jeans last week too, but they I didn't like it. So now I'm trying it again.
These the same jeans?
There were someone else's jeans. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I get home and as I'm walking in, just like, what a lovely day. But every time I come in the hotel, I'm reminded that I'm $800 in the hole. And then I see some guy who works there, because everybody else was kind of like Hispanic or something. And it's a black guy. He was like, oh my God, are you Mel Mitchell? I'm just like, hey, yes, hello. What did I do? Did I block you into it? I'm so sorry. He was like, no, I'm such a big fan of your work. He's like, what room are you staying in? Like, I would love to like send you something. I'm just like,
I don't know, man.
My sex trafficking like was going on, but I was like, you know what, fine, whatever. I'm in room such and such, and I didn't think nothing of it. And I'm on the phone talking to my sister because like, girl, I missed you so much because usually you're on red carpets with me.
Oh, that's so precious.
She's my publicist though, so it's just like she's my publicist and sister, so she like advocates for me as a big sister and as a publicist. And I was out there by myself. I had nobody hold my purse. I was like, can you take pictures of me to like strangers and shit? And I was like crying on the phone because I'm like, I miss you so much, sissy. And then I get a knock on the door. This nigga sent me a charcuterie board and some wine.
Oh, that would have done it for me.
I fucking lost it. Yeah. And then his note was like, you know, what you're doing is important, Sister Greek. And he said Sister Greek. And I was like, that's nice. And Alpha wouldn't say that. Alpha would say fam. A Q would be like future nut receptacle or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, no.
They're so fucking vile.
No.
They're so disgusting. Kappa would say, a Kappa wouldn't say sister. They probably would say, what's the digs or some shit. I don't know, pre.
Yeah, I don't know anything. Listen, I don't know nothing about that lifestyle.
These are like cult sayings. I'm like, this is a Sigma. Something told me it was a Sigma. And the next day I ran into him. I was like, first of all, thank you so much. That really made my day. Yesterday you made me cry. He was like, oh my God, just let me know if you need anything. I said, as a matter of fact, I do need something. And I told him my situation. Do you know by the time I even took my shoes off and got in my room, I got an email that my refund had been processed?
I love that. The
way I praise God in there, because, so as of now, I know this has been my kidnap question for years, but now I have to find a new kidnap question.
I mean, it's starting to sound like you're not a fan of Q, so maybe you should switch it.
My hatred,
because this is a second episode.
It's a different kind of hate.
Okay.
My Q hate is like, you a victim. You know what I'm saying? See what I just plain didn't like.
Yeah. I get that.
Because like the right Q came wrong. I was like, oh, do you have any felonies? Okay.
Do you have any felonies?
It
should be your second question. And the first question should be, how many children do you have?
Fair.
Yeah.
So, LOLs. But that was really nice. So that's my joke of the week. And it's in my worst moments, a Sigma always comes through and helps me. That's the second time that's happened when I had a catastrophe.
Yeah, be nice to them.
And I'm going to be nice to Sigmas.
I mean, uncross your arms. Don't cross them tighter, bruh. Anyway.
So I'm so happy about being nice to Sigmas.
That's fair.
Oh my God, I have another joke of the week. You remember that nasty scar I showed you? No, it's not a joke. But it's like, look, it's healing.
I don't want to see it. Stop trying to show me scars.
It's healed.
I don't want to look at it.
It's healed.
I'm not going to do it. We can do this for the rest of the episode.
Some kind of disease, which is why my underarms have these little bumps on it. Look, okay, you can look.
No.
Look.
No.
And they had to scrape off a piece of my underarms to take the biopsy to see if I had it. They literally scraped the white meat down to the white meat, but it's healed.
Do you try to show it to me again? I'm going to poke it really hard.
It's healed, so you can...
Stop
it.
You're disgusting.
Baby. Joke of the week.
My joke of the week. So I made a TikTok after I realized I'm funny on TikTok when I drink, but I don't like to mix my comedy and alcohol for reasons. And every time I've done comedy and alcohol live, it hasn't gone well. So I'm trying to just keep that barrier with my digital comedy experience as well. But I would say 2 of the last 8 videos, I had some libations, and I had become really frustrated about how Kensington Palace and the royal family was playing in our face. I don't like when people play in my face about things that I otherwise wouldn't have cared about. If you had just handled it normal, I would have had no questions.
I have never given a fuck about the people.
I've never cared. I want them to be nice to the girl from Suits, and I want them to be nice to that little nappy redheaded prince. Them two. They fine. But the rest of them never really cared about. I know that our foremothers really are into Princess Diana. Rest her soul. I don't know a whole bunch about this situation, but I do know they shouldn't have did that lady how they did that lady.
Yes.
Right. Man, when they had been putting out them AI pictures and manipulated pictures of goddamn Kate Middleton. First of all, I clocked immediately that something was wrong in the picture because she wasn't wearing her wedding ring. I didn't even get into how weird the children's hands looked or the sweaters. The kids like this. I didn't even get into that part. I'm like, why is this bitch in a picture without her wedding ring? And we ain't had, mind you, it was already weird because William was using, I think, first of all, I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I think the lady might be already dead and they're just soft launching telling us. And I think they're going to announce that she has passed whenever they're going to make it seem like she passed. There's going to be a closed casket funeral and we're never going to hear about it again because William had already been using, when you get married, apparently, in the royal family, if we got married, our new seal would be a M and a T. You know what I'm saying? It would be we would have a couple's seal to sign mail with, to stamp shit with, letters, official letterheads, all of that shit. Recently, William had been using his single one, the one he had before he got married. So that was already a red flag. So she had been missing since right around Christmas. And then everybody is starting to be like, where is this bitch at? And the palace is like, well, we said she was going to be back after Easter. So shut the fuck up about it. But everybody's like, no, as you should do when you feel like a woman is missing. And that's the part that I don't get about all of this, because everybody's like, why do you care so much about whether she is or isn't? You don't live over there, whatever the fuck. I think the lady might might be a bit of a racist. I'm not really a huge fan.
They
Where the fuck is this bitch at? Where is she at? Where's she at? So,
because you playing on our face.
You playing on our face.
Now y'all saying this bitch was playing on fucking.
She was, and that's what I said in the video. She was editing pictures. Mind you, the internet people done pulled the picture and put it over an old picture from a Vogue photo shoot and was like, this is where they got the hair from. This is where they got the sweater from. This is where they got the baby sweater from.
AI.
So I said in the video, if y'all don't tell the truth about where she is, I'm gonna assume that y'all got her brain in a bowl full of cold banana pudding and y'all are trying to figure out how to reanimate her. So what's good? Then
and honestly, that's fucking funny.
It's funny. Then they made that video of them strolling through the farmer's market, and
that was from 1972.
And I made notes about that because I'm like, you mean the world's most looked for woman right now? This is the only video. It looks like a shot on a fucking potato, and
a 10-second video coming out of the. You think I think that they're doing their own grocery shopping?
Right, and she just had a surgery, an abdominal surgery. She walking fast as fuck, and she carrying her own bags, which neither of them would be carrying their own bags. At any rate, then nobody looked up and was like, oh, the most looked for bitch in the world is right here behind me. Nobody gave a fuck. And they're like, oh, well, they're at the farmer's market all the time. Yeah, they're at the farmer's market all the time, but she's been missing since December. So there were Christmas lights in the photo. I know that there were Christmas lights in the photo. I'm not fucking crazy. And then they're like, those aren't Christmas lights. Those twinkle lights are outside all the time. So when she came and sat on that lonely ass bench and was like, first of all, she said that they were doing preventive chemotherapy. You do preventive chemotherapy or preventive radiation after you've already had the treatment for the actual cancer to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So like you can't just be like, we think you might have cancer. Let's do some preventive chemo. That's not how that works. So, and she was sitting on the bench alone. Her hands were being weird. I personally, and I'm not, I love a good conspiracy theorist, but I usually stay out of it with my own thoughts. But like when people have conspiracy theories, I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Even when Lauren was here, we talked about a lot of crazy shit.
Hey, you know what? I thought of Lauren the other day because it was an article and people was like, oh, they're starting to see people look like demons. And then everybody was saying the same phrase. I'm like, oh, this that lizard shit Lauren was talking about. Yep. It was like the veil is lifting or some shit. And I was talking about, I was like, this is the
shit that she was talking about.
People.
Yep. But yeah, I rarely interject my own thoughts into conspiracy theories. But I don't think if I had to predict, I think that she has passed, whether from cancer or not, I don't know. But I think in a little while, it's gonna be like, we've lost Kate. She's gone. Because, you know, they also tried to soft launch who is purported to be his mistress.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, she's striking. That is the ugliest.
That is the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life.
She looked like fucking, you know, the mean bitch in fucking Chicken Run?
Yes.
She looked like...
She looks like she's always chewing something. She just looks like she's always got something in her mouth. I don't know. I don't like it. But anyway, I got called all kinds of shit in my DMs by...
slurs.
I got called a sket. A sket, which is basically a whore. I got called a skag, which apparently means heroin. So are they trying to call me a heroin addict? Like, am I a drug addict? But no, I got told to die. I got called a racist wanker.
Racist wanker.
Yeah, so I got called good old whore, but I think in a British accent it's funny, a whore. So yeah, they kind of let me have it. And then this one lady, when she came back on the bench, was like, "Are you ready to apologize?" No, her PR team made her into a joke, and I am a comedian. You know who PR team wouldn't do that? Mine. You know who PR team wouldn't do that? Beyonce's. So, what the fuck you want me to do about it?
Would never.
What you want me to do about it? The shit was funny. It's still funny. It's not funny that she has cancer at all. The big C is not a joke. My grandmother had cancer. It's not funny. But everything that happened before that, hilarious.
Brain and cold banana pudding is funny.
It's funny. It's funny. My second joke of the week. Shout out to Jazz, who listens to the podcast because she keeps me on good like PR lists and shit. My mama called me. She's like, "Oh, go look on the porch." This is today. She's like, "Go look on the porch. I got you a little gift. I was just thinking about you." So I said, "Okay." So I have a box. I opened it. It's Cardi B's whip shots, like the whipped cream. And I said, "Mom," I said, "Thanks for the whipped cream." She was like, "Girl, what the fuck? I ain't sent you no whipped cream." I was like, "This is my only package." So
damn, I'm freaky as hell.
So she's like,
check my PO box.
She's like, that's not for me. It came to the house. She's like, that's not for me. So it's like, okay. So I go to the other buildings. You know, they all look like it's most of the time the Amazon people are like, we're going to drop it wherever the fuck we want to because fuck y'all. So I go get the package. It's a book. It's the Black Cake book. So I'm like, oh, Mom, thank you so much. She was like, no.
Let's go back.
Who's sending you whipped cream? What's going on there? I was like, no. It's like, okay, so remember how I got the podcast and all? And she's like, yeah, speed it up. I know about the podcast. I was like, man, one of my listeners, she be basically sending me shit because of her job. And she was like, but she sent you whipped cream. And that launched into a whole conversation about the gayness and everything. She's like, you can't be being gay when you with that man. That's still cheating. Mom, please. Please.
Nobody's even talking about coochie right
I said,
now.
it's a PR box. She said, what's a PR box? Don't worry about it. Never mind.
Well, speaking of PR boxes, my mom is sick of me getting them because it's always like a new one.
Did you know about the PR box things and the taxes?
What?
So apparently the PR box thing, if they send you something and they say, hey, Jazz, this has nothing to do with you. But they say, I learned this on TikTok, if you get say you get like $8,000 worth of something in a PR box, right? And they're like, it's a gifted campaign. So if you post, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they're just like, in exchange for this gift, you post it. The people who send it to you are going to claim that on their taxes as like payment. So you're getting charged for that as income when you go to pay your taxes, like if you made the video.
So don't make them.
So, I mean, if y'all's agreement is, so what the point I'm trying to make is, let's say I'm Hyundai, right? And I say, hey, in exchange for you making 10 videos about your Hyundai over the course of the year, you can have this Hyundai valued at $60,000, however much they cost. I'm sure it don't cost that much, but $60,000. They then will say, Hyundai will say, I paid you $60,000. So that is $60,000 worth of income that you then have to pay actual cash taxes on. So I learned that on the internet.
So I ain't got no W-2s. I ain't got no woo-woos on my phone. So, shit, because they be sending me all kinds of stupid shit. Like, what the fuck? This ain't got nothing to do with me. Shit.
So sometimes I'll get a PR box and I'll be like, all right. Thanks. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
Because I'm on some PR list. I don't even be knowing. Like, what the fuck is this? My mom be like, you done buy something else from the Amazon?
No.
It's some fucking movie. They done sent me some fucking organic honey for some reason. I don't know what you want me to do.
Having a man is so funny because I've never had a person more interested in what I'm doing with my money, and not in a like, I'm checking on your money kind of way, but in a like, you tell me about your financial goals. So like, I'm asking you questions. So like, I'll put like a wig on or something that I may have gotten a discount code because I'm an influencer. They might have sent it to me for free, whatever the fuck. And he'll be like, didn't you just ask me for some money? And I'll be like, wait, no, I spent it at Sam's So that's an interesting thing. Just having like being this adult age where like men ask you adult questions is almost annoying because you're like, I miss when boys were stupid. I miss when I was 23 and 24.
When you get a certain age, it's like, damn, now we got to do life together.
Yeah,
life is life, and now I got to give a fuck about your money. You got to give a fuck about
my money.
And then we're like doing like even because like I just got back from Detroit. It's like, damn, we're like a couple.
Just got back from Detroit.
Okay,
You just got back. You just got
back.
back.
Don't be hunching like that.
You just got back from Detroit.
Get tired. Stop. Do it.
I don't even know what that one is.
That one's more explicit. We be shacking. I be home with the dog all day. That should have been my fucking joke. Yo, the way Cartier showed his ass. First off, it was funny because when I was picking him up, another black girl was picking up her dog. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up Cardi. And she's like, yeah, I'm here to pick up Dior. I'm like, we are ghetto.
Ghetto as hell.
This is so fucking ghetto.
Very ghetto.
We have to stop.
But sure my child got a ghetto name, so I can't even. I can't even.
Jodeci is also fucking ghetto, but it was like, this is too black for me.
It's very black.
And so I was already nervous about driving with the dog. I was like, okay.
Is your first time driving with the boy?
First time driving with the dog. But he was being such a good boy. I was like, okay, Cardi, we about to go. He was excited. He stuck right into his harness. He didn't give me no trouble. I got him in the car. He hopped right into the car.
Dogs like the car.
He doesn't usually like the car. When he was little, one day me and that boy went to that boy's dad's house. It was like a 30-minute drive. He cried and howled the entire trip. He was shaking. He didn't like the car.
Well, they say sometimes dogs, because a lot of dogs' first car rides are being separated from their mom
fucking sad.
or from their siblings or like.
Oh, don't say that.
No, seriously.
That's
or like
sad.
their earliest memories of like Jodeci. I think he doesn't like the car because it was probably like a pound car. Like it's probably like a if I had to guess, like a dog catcher car or some shit like that.
No, that's a dog catcher.
So no, a lot of dogs don't like cars because it's trauma. I've been in a car before, and last time I was in a car, I didn't see my mom no more, or I went to the damn shelter.
So where the fuck are we going?
Where we go? Jodeci be looking at me like,
where are we going?
What? Tell me now. Is there a pup cup? Is there going to be a pup cup?
Are we going to the vet?
Is there going to be a pup cup?
Last time I went to the vet, they cut my balls off. Where are we going?
I be telling Jodeci we going to the park. It don't matter where we going. I was going to the park. He'd be like,
you fucking liar.
but then he's so stupid because we're not going to the park, bruh. It's never the park. It's never going to be the park. It's the vet. What?
You're getting shot. But yeah, so I get him in the car. He gets in. I hook him in his harness. He's chilling. He's like on the little middle console, kind of stressing me out. Because also I'm driving that boy's car. I have a coat on. I'm so uncomfortable. Everything just sucks.
It's a lot.
We get to the Petco. Now he's a little anxious. Because again, now we're going somewhere. He's like, where the fuck are we going? Mm-hmm. So I get out. And I'm like, how do people do this with small children? Imagine the car seat and baby. I was so stressed out. So I get him out, get the leash. We're walking. He's like, I said, hey, relax. So I'm stopping so we can cross the street. And I'm like, come on. I look, this nigga's.
Yep.
He drops the biggest fucking hot steaming log in the parking lot on the concrete. And I'm like, Cardi.
He had this shit.
What the fuck are you doing?
He was probably holding it. He probably had the shit in the car. Because you know what my child is going to do? Shit in your fucking front seat. That's what Jodeci's going to do.
In the car.
Jodeci has taken some of the most catastrophic shits in my car.
Oh, and that's a grown ass.
And that's a big ass dog. I don't want to cut you off. I will tell the story when you're done. But one thing Jodeci gonna do if you don't take him to shit before you leave, he's gonna shit in your fucking. No. He shat in Brittany's car on like Thanksgiving or Easter or some shit like that.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No. So he shits, and I'm like dealing with him shitting, and I'm like, okay, we're walking into Petco, so I'm gonna get the shit bag in Petco. Mm-hmm. It's fine. But before I can even cross the street to get the bag, it's a white man in the biggest, most racist white pickup. Like, you're not gonna pick that up? Bitch, I'm walking into fucking Petco.
And if I don't, bitch.
But if I leave it right here and I smear it across the parking lot, what are you white men
what's
going
next?
to do?
What are you going to do about it?
I'm getting the shit bag. Do you see this nigga's rowdy?
I'm outside of the Petco.
You think they don't have shit materials?
I started telling white people to stop talking to me. That has been working. Like, whenever they speak to me out of turn, I'm just like, stop talking to me.
Who, like,
stop talking to me right now.
Why do you think you're in charge?
Yeah.
Oh, I know why.
They think they police extensions.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you about Jodeci shitting in the car the first time. This was like the first or second week that I got Jodeci. And I got him during the pandemic. So I'm like, if I don't drive him around places now, he's not going to know what outside is. And he still has a lot of problems like being a pandemic dog.
Same with Cardi.
But I would drive him around. So at that ChickfilA on Turner Hill, was bumping and booming. You know what I'm saying? They was masked up and all that shit. People still eating. So I'm like, I'm going to go in Chick-fil-A or whatever. So I get in the line at Chick-fil-A and I start to smell a very smelly smell. And I said, what is that? I'm like, what is that smell? And I look over, he got shit smeared up his fucking ass and back.
I didn't even know dogs could shit on their back.
He didn't, he shit it and sat in it. So I was like, okay, cool. And I'm trying to like be like dog mom. Cause I'm like, I already did it. It would break my heart if I gave it back. But it was still early enough in our relationship where I was like, I could take your ass back. But I didn't.
You did.
So I parked. I know. So I parked the car and I said, okay, I'm gonna clean out the car, and not realizing that like this is really his first time in the car outside of coming to my home. So I park it. I'm thinking he gonna just like kindly move out my way while I'm cleaning up the shit. He hop out the motherfucking car and it's like darting around the Chick-fil-A parking lot, bruh. Shit still on his ass. I got paper towels full of shit in my hand. I said, oh, this done got serious.
Shit done got serious.
Literally. I'm chasing this nigga around the parking lot. White lady gonna hop out her car. She waiting on her pickup order. Talking about is that your dog? I was like, yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. She's like, well, it doesn't seem like he's responding to you. I'm like, do you think I'm trying to steal this fucking shitty ass pit bull out of the goddamn Chick-fil-A parking lot? Stop talking to me. And he has shit in my car multiple times since then. So I learned that if you do not take him for a big fat shit before he goes somewhere, he's gonna shit in your car.
I think he's also like, it's like an anxious shit too. Cause it was so hot, and I'm glad it was snowy in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I came back out, the shit was like solid. I was like, thank God. But it was like there was smoke
coming off of the shit. Cause it was so cold outside.
It was so cold. I'm just like, Cardi, why would you do this to me? You already know I was nervous today. You knew I was nervous
too.
Bringing you out here. He went and got his haircut. He was being a good boy. It was shit on his leash. I didn't even realize it was shit on his leash. And I brought him home. Dwayne's like, what's this? I was like,
leash shit. Gross.
Slip of shit. I'm sorry. Let me just.
Disgusting.
Okay, let's get to the next. Do we have letters? I know we have. Y'all have been lettering.
Let me go get in the email then, since we ain't got the iPad. Oh, like, follow, share, subscribe to the podcast. Call to action. Please, please share this motherfucker.
Come
please.
to my show. Tally's opening. We're both gonna be there. The seats are selling. Link in my bio. Link in the description. Link every fucking where. Come to my fucking show April 6th.
Come to her fucking show.
Don't piss me off, bitch.
Yes.
Come.
Yes.
What was I
period. But like, follow, share, subscribe to the podcast, man.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time. Yeah. Yes. We need letters. You want to read one or two? I think we should just read one. We've been talking for a minute.
We have been talking. Let me see.
We just got a letter.
And we gonna give y'all tokens, friend. You can't send no more letters to this podcast. You done sent about 5.
Who?
Friend. Don't you send no more letters up here.
Cause
don't you send no more letters? Don't you send no more letters up here? All right.
Come on, don't bar the baby. Yours just might be at the bottom of the list since you done had so many. You know what I'm saying?
You getting greedy.
Since you done had so many.
Let other people send.
Why did I get signed out of the podcast email?
This one sounds funny. Also, they hit us up. So we should email them back. I just haven't had a chance to email.
Oh, yeah. I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do it.
How long is it? Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Okay, I want to read this one.
Because
it said.
Yeah. I'm just trying to log in. I know you've asked me to put the podcast email on my phone. I simply. What? Not now.
Why don't you have the app?
I have the app, but it's only my email, and it's only my email for reasons. I'm doing the best I can. I really am. I'm doing the best I can. Who's this lady?
I didn't even open it. That was not ours.
Oh man, I hate them emails. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. So, letter. This is called "Can My Pussy Be Saved?"
Possibly.
Hey, I just want to say I've been listening to y'all since 2021, and I was going through a very hard time in my life. Just sent a fetus to the upper room, and it was a mid-panty. I was all alone. And listening to y'all brought me joy. Joke's on you. It allowed me to realize that I can be so many things and still experience black girl joy. This is my 3rd time writing y'all, so if you don't read on air, can I just get a response? Sorry, child.
Well, we here now.
We here. See? You got to just get the right subject. Can my pussy be saved? That's fun. We're going to open that.
Because, child, I don't know.
Okay, so my dad died in 2018.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Gang.
Oh, my God.
The jokes are getting worse. I'm sorry, y'all. It's getting really bad. But like now that y'all be laughing, I'm going to keep going. I'm like a toddler.
I don't think I laugh.
You laugh like fuck. You be laughing.
Out of anger.
You're laughing. Okay, so my dad died back in 2018. I'm the youngest of 7, first-generation college student, and my mama be on the pipe bad.
Dick or crack? What pipe?
I think she's talking about crack.
What pipe? What pipe? What pipe? I'm not laughing at it. I don't know what pipe she's talking about. I guess I got a different answer.
What pipe she's talking about?
It's different answers if it's crack or dick.
She's talking about crack.
Fine. Why am I being booed? I'm asking the questions that need answers.
Why would you say this?
I'm not being funny.
No, I'm talking to you, girl. Why would you say that? Okay, so I'm essentially on my own. I also enjoy being a hoe. Well, not hoe, but just having the agency to do what I want. Because I come from a male-dominated family, people have always tried to control me, especially because I have a thicker build and I'm smart. Niggas be mad I'm no dummy. But my siblings hate me really resent me because I did it all despite odds being against me, and I did it alone. But as of lately, I've been in the Bible and working on what a relationship with God looks like. I just moved to DC and I'm so alone. I just kind of got sick of psych wards, LMAO, and wanted to stop feeling alone. But my whole thing was church folk is why I should feel bad because I want to shake my ass. It's liberating. And so what I like to have sex. People in the churches and Bible studies I go to keep saying I can't live a double life. I do care. I just feel like my God is not that petty. But Mel, I know you're a preacher's kid, and Talley, you grew up in the church as well. How do you guys balance this? That's a perfect letter for this.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Please respond. Honestly, I just had to unlearn so much of that. Like I had to unlearn all the like anti-whole church shit that I grew up with. And it's just like, because it's made for just us. Like, don't have sex, women.
Right.
Niggas, y'all can fuck whoever y'all want in the pulpit, out of the pulpit, in the pews, whatever. You bitches, no. So it's just like, and a lot of that stuff they used to control us, God didn't even explicitly say for real.
Yeah.
So you could be a hoe, love Jesus. I feel like that's not.
Jesus loved hoes, first of all.
Jesus loved hoes.
Let's just be real. Jesus was outside. Jesus loved the hoes. Jesus hung out with the alcoholics. Jesus hung out with the gamblers, all that shit. So don't let nobody make you. First of all, the church is it can be a disgusting place. People are getting their parishioners and congregants pregnant. The church ladies be nasty and hiding all kinds of secrets, and everybody be sleeping with each other. Let me tell you something. You serve a God that wants you to be happy. And if you're in a season where you want to be hoish, you want to do hoe adjacent things, you want to do fully hoe things, I don't think you serve a God that's going to abandon you. And no human being can determine whether or not you gonna make it through the pearly gates or not. That walk is for you and the Lord. That walk is for you and God. So don't let nobody make you feel like because you like to shake a little ass and you like take a little dick that you ain't under the cover of God's favor and under his wing. Because if that was the case, would no man make it to heaven? Because all they do is pop dick and fuck about. So what, baby can't have no dick? Baby can't have no dick? I don't know. I wouldn't even be concerned with that shit, man. That's one of my favorite jokes from when I first started stand up is God doesn't care what we do with dicks. I don't think I don't want to serve a God whose main priority is what I'm doing with dick.
How stressed God would be if he really cared about dick that bad.
He don't care. He don't.
And granted, maybe my version of God, but like people make God sound so terrible. Like y'all, that don't even sound good. Like y'all having fun over it. That don't sound.
But a lot of Christians' idea of God and Christianity is suffering.
Yeah.
And not having and all of your joy coming through serving God and all of your joy coming through church. Like even I had a conversation with my grandmother because she was talking to me about going to church and tithing. I understand why we should go to church. I understand why we should tithe.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, lady. I got so much to do in the week, and if you think I'm finna spend my Saturdays at choir rehearsal and then my Sundays at the church and then my Wednesdays at Bible study and then 10% of the income I have is finna go to the church, I can give 10% of my income and tithe in other ways, in my personal opinion. I can feed the homeless. I can help out the school children who need folders and books and all kinds of stuff like that. I could braid hair for free. I could do whatever I need to do to feel like I'm to tithe. To the kingdom of God. I'm not doing it. And I don't feel like that makes me less. My application to heaven is still up there and they looked at it. And I'm going.
Baby,
the angels in heaven done signed my name, baby. I'm going. So don't make me never mind.
Yeah. I think you gotta unlearn that. You gotta get up out of that. And I feel like you're doing a good job. And also, it be niggas in DC. So.
It do be niggas in DC. And it be niggas short train rides away to other places when you in DC too. You can get to New York, Baltimore,
Jersey. Baltimore up the street.
You can get
but they ain't got no bridge. How you gonna get
they got a tunnel.
What bridge? Wasn't that the main bridge?
I think so, but I think they got a tunnel.
How they gonna get over there? What these people gonna do? They done lost their job.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I can't imagine something like that happening in Atlanta. That was after the
85 when the 85 blew up.
That was crazy. But I'm even thinking about like just like after considering the human life, because like 85 blowing up, yeah, that was one section of the highway. I'm glad that Atlanta doesn't have water like that. Like a bridge connecting one part of a place to another, and like literally now people can't commute, people can't go to work, people can't get to where their children have child care. People, it's an outstanding.
So from what I understood, not that it's still bad, but like they were able to direct traffic away from it because the boat had already told us like, hey, we don't got control of this motherfucker. So I think not a lot of people died because they were able to divert traffic. The people who were doing construction, they died. I don't know if the boat people, I haven't looked too much into it because it makes me sad. But it wasn't a lot of people on the actual bridge.
Right.
So it wasn't like a bunch of casualties.
And it happened at 1-something in the morning. So
it wasn't as many casualties as it could have been.
Yeah.
Because traffic was diverted. It was late/early.
Yeah.
But like, had it happened rush hour?
Oh, that would have been... I can't even.
Yeah.
And y'all on the internet talking about this bridge, bro. The bridge fell because a boat the size of a skyscraper and that weighed several metric tons hit a pylon, and that is how momentum and science works.
Ain't enough infrastructure to goddamn to stand the force, the millions of pounds of force that hit that goddamn bridge.
Stop it with the conspiracy theories about that.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Stop it. It's so weird. And mind you, like I said, I love a good conspiracy when there's room, when it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You being like, oh, this is... Somebody said that the bridge coming down was a distraction from Diddy. Diddy's a criminal who is being held accountable for his crimes. Federally. First of all, Homeland Security is crazy.
No, when I think I woke up from a nap or something, I'm like, yawn. And I see you said something about Homeland Security. I'm like, what the fuck going on with Homeland Security? TSA, whatever. I said, them people that went and did it Homeland coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
And where the fuck is this nigga at?
And Homeland Security, I said this on Twitter, I want to say it here. It's like when your girlfriend is like, let me ask you a question. And you just know she already knows the answer. She has everything. It's already done. So they don't come on suspicion. They don't come on, I got a whim. They don't come on, let me holler at you real quick. They fucking know. They know.
Whatever it is, they already know.
They already know. And leaving them children out to dry was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life.
Seeing Justin Dior combs in them goddamn hand. I know Misa knocked over every piece of furniture in that house. Because she said, stop having my son in your bullshit. And the sons may be victims, but they are also. Sorry.
Yes.
But it's like, and people were saying that Quincy got the fuck up out of there after his daddy had a mysterious aneurysm stroke.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah, he wasn't around as much after that.
Babies.
Poor girls.
Jesse and Delilah, I just want to.
And it's another young girl too.
Yeah, Chance also, but Chance at least has a mom.
Yeah.
Chance at least has a mom. And the way that I'm honestly, again, the R. Kelly thing was R. Kelly. One, R. Kelly can't read. So he was doing all this without being able to read. Right. He don't have as much money as Diddy. He don't have as much resources as Diddy, as much power as Diddy. He was still just R. Kelly and did all of that. I am terrified for what's about to come out with Diddy. That's confirmed that these people know. And I also want to know if they've been investigating him or if the Cassie thing really... Because ain't no way they did wrap this up in 3 months. So I don't know. Been investigating
the Cassie thing was like a big... it was like a spade. It was like
finding out about it.
Yeah,
but they probably had
knew. Yeah,
they've been looking into this shit since the J-Lo shooting.
Yeah,
so they've been racking it up. I'm like, more people be getting hurt in the process. Hurry up, shit.
Right. Yeah.
Send the email. Goddamn. Yeah.
Y'all been circling back too much.
Shit.
Yeah. But no, it's leaving those children. I was trying to think as like a child. And not like a child, like a young kid, but like as a person who is someone's child, I cannot imagine being drug out of my home by my ponytail and my dad is trying to board a jet.
What if you like boo-booing?
My worst fear is getting robbed or any sort of like surprise while I'm on a toilet. That is one of my worst fears.
Because I've been on a toilet any kind of way.
And I don't want to go to jail with a shitty booty. That's one of the things. Like,
cause just at least wipe.
I just please let me wipe my ass.
Cotton nail wipes right there. Thank you so much.
If you think I'm going to jail and my fucking reputation first day is shitty booty, you're
honestly,
crazy.
That may be the best line of defense because if you get in there, they try to like assault you, and then it's like, oh, bitch, you got a shitty boo. And he's like,
No. See, I've got my jail plan already. The times that I've spent in jail have
Your
prepared
jail
me.
plan?
No, seriously.
It's like your birth plan.
No,
Your jail plan.
literally. I spent time in jail on some occasions that won't be named.
We don't have to talk about it.
Okay. For a short amount of time. And I immediately was sexually harassed on those occasions. So my plan when I go to jail, when y'all do my commissary, I need X-Lax and I need Alka-Seltzer. I just want to be shitting and throwing up the whole time. I just want to be shit. I'm going to be so skinny. I just want to be shitting. I want to be able to shit on command. I want an experience with me to be so disgusting that people are like,
I didn't want to
leave that bitch. Like when new people come into the jail, I want them to be like, her, leave it, let her have it. Leave her alone. Because I'm going to shit on you,
vomit.
lady.
You don't bother vomit.
You don't leave
How
her.
you doing?
I just don't. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I just thought that would get old, though, friend. Just bow, 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 bow.
If I got to shit myself every day of my life in this here slammer, for you to not touch my virgin hole, fine.
Oh, that's stressful, though.
Fine. But see, that's what keeps me at my big age from fighting like I
I
used
might
to.
just be musty. I think I just got to be stank.
I don't think that would deter a lot of people.
I'd rather be stank than
A lot of people probably
It takes
must-
a lot of strength, though. You know how you be shit and you tired?
I don't care. Because it's jail. You got to get deodorant and shit off commissary. So if people who don't have nobody are musty, they used to must in there. They don't care nothing about that little twang.
They might not care about little shit neither. The other thing used to be a nurse.
Some good. Also, like, not trying to be funny. I shouldn't joke like that. Never mind.
Oh, dang. You know you got to say it.
I was going to do a Big Miss Sue joke, but I mean, just honestly, if I was ever going to jail for any considerable amount of time,
For sure.
they need to take my shoelaces immediately. Anything more than like 5
I'm gonna find
years,
something to kill myself.
let me I'll stop breathing. Oh, my breath. I can do a little nickel. I can do a little 5-year bid, something cute. You know what I'm saying? It give me a chance to get in shape.
What they say, like 5 years. Was that a wire? Excuse me. That was a wire?
I feel like I could
Don't
do
worry
5
about it.
years. I feel like
I'll take the handcuffs myself.
I'd be in the back of the police car after sentencing, banging my shit up against the fucking.
You know what I mean with the handcuffs?
I think the most I could do in jail if I had to go would be 5 years. I could do 5 years.
I would not last a weekend.
But
in jail.
anything more, yes, you would. Yes,
So
you
y'all
would.
don't have no PlayStations here.
No.
I need my activities. Y'all don't got no.
No, the worst thing when I gotten arrested was like having to use the bathroom in jail and like not knowing like the customs or whatever, or, like the systems, and you don't like
Protocol?
and you don't like have shit yet. You know what I'm saying? You get in there like, yeah, they give you like your shit, like your space, like your blanket and stuff, but it's some like you take your blanket before you get in there and all kinds of shit. So my blanket got usurped immediately, and I was like, oh, so when it came time to use the bathroom, the cool old lady was like, yeah, just hold your blanket up while you use the bathroom, and somebody gotta hold it for you. I was like, they took my blanket, and she was like, "Dance, girl, her blanket back." I was like, thank you so much, and they held my blanket up. Use the bathroom. I said, well, what if I got to shit? They was like, oh, bitch, don't shit in here. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with it? I'm nervous, and I really want to go home. Because I got changed. I wasn't in the holding cell. I got changed out.
My blanket is funny, so I had to take
Yes,
it.
I wasn't like holding cell and then somebody came and picked me up. I got changed out. First of all, I got arrested, no panties, no bra. So I had to wear jail panties.
I heard the jail panties is crazy. They like up here.
They came up under my rib cage with room to spare. Them was some big ass panties, and it was clearly like it felt like somebody died in it, like the spirit on the clothes. I was like, oh, someone was murdered here. I said, someone was murdered here. And I called my aunt. My aunt was livid. I was like, oh, please come get me, and she just hung up. I said, oh, I'm gonna get in jail. Because when I was in the holding cell, because I had been in the holding cell before for fighting, so I was just like, nah, this little holding cell.
Fold your clothes and put them in the corner.
Oh, they were like, ma'am, come on back. I said, back. I said, is this not back? This ain't back.
In the whole jail?
Because that's as far as I had ever gone into jail before. So it's like, there's more.
Come with me.
Man, they said, turn to left, turn around. I'm so glad my mugshot is not out there because I got charged as a youthful offender for this particular crime. So like it's expunged. I just talk about it because it's my business. Ain't nobody go fight me about it. Man, they said turn to your left, turn to your right. I got arrested in a big ass floppy sun hat because I was going to get my hair done. So I had short hair at the time. My hair wasn't done. So like I looked arrested. Like I look like it wasn't even like, you know how bitches get famous and they be like mugshot and it's like they look so cute, their hair and wig and they everything done.
Like grand larceny, murder,
right.
arson.
That was not the day for me. I'm in my mugshot like this. I'm trying to look cool because at the time I didn't know it was gonna be expunged.
And honestly, in college towns, people check that motherfucker every
routinely.
Monday. We used to check that mugshot website every
and I knew bitches was gonna be checking for my shit, man. So I was trying to serve what I had because I had the face. The face was never the problem, but my hair was not done. I didn't have any earrings on. So I'm in the mugshot trying to cry. I'm like, and I just could not serve the chop. It was a chop. The girls, it was not giving. Man, they fingerprinted me and everything. I said, and then when they got to fingerprinting me, when they got to my thumb, I said, oh, this is jail. This is prison. And I had to make a life choice. You come to certain choice points in life. I said, no, I'm going to get out of here. Somebody's coming to get me. I must never do this again. I did my little probation and I got on with my life. I said, oh, I'll never do that again. So that's what keeps me from fighting and doing crimes now.
Yeah, because
that shit, I mean, when I say I got in that cell and that lady snatched my blanket immediately.
No, get the baby her blanket. That's like on life. I want my damn.
I was in there singing gospel songs.
I would have told you.
And then they started requesting shit. Oh. So I was like, I can't say no, I don't want to sing no more. So I was in there fucking, hello my baby, hello my darling, hello my ragtime gal. Because I'm like, if I say no, I'm gonna get beat up.
These eyes.
Cause like when my blanket got taken and I had to use the bathroom after I got off the toilet, I was like, oh Lord, I'm waiting on you. I was like, oh shut up, Lord, that's crazy. When my aunt did pick up the phone and started singing louder, and they was like, oh, you can sing. You know Whitney Houston? I was like, you gonna give me the hardest singer to sing on Oh, that shit was awful. But I did get this lady phone number and she was cool. And she was braiding my hair when she got out. So that was nice.
That's good. Good for her.
That's cool.
It's like the end of the movie. And I'm hopeful.
Yes, I am. Hopeful for
Jasmine ended up starting a very successful podcast. And got off the street.
Oh, man. That shit was off. I'm sorry. Excuse my jail story.
Oh, dang. How long have we been up here for? I think we might have just go to
we might have to say the rest of this topic for today. I mean, but
Beyonce. We want to talk about Beyonce.
It's Beyonce week. Beyonce week. Shit drop on Friday. So get your cocktails ready. You having a little.
And I don't want to hear shit else about that fucking flag.
Don't say shit else about the goddamn. Y'all know we're Americans, right?
We in America.
We black Americans.
We are in America.
We are in America. What did you want?
What flag did y'all want Beyonce to be Nelson Mandela so bad?
Because she's not. She's number one. And if you had just tried a little bit, clearly she is dressed up as a rodeo queen. If you had just thought about it for 2 seconds, and then somebody posting rodeo queens with the like Pan-African flag and all of that shit.
That's new.
That's new.
And it don't go with this that, oh, they're doing whatever they want to promote. Yes, it's an album. Yes,
it's her album. It's a rollout. What do you want?
What do you... But again, that goes into what I want to talk about in the episode. We don't have a lot of time, but it's just like, and I just released a skit. That's why I'm all on my phone. I released a skit just about how just miserable Twitter has gotten, but it's gotten to a point where it's like, it's miserable in the sense of stands and people across the pond and incels and whatever. But like people are so miserable in the grandstanding of like morality and political and all the political correctness, or even just like voting, or like, oh, like you don't want to. I know all the things you said, and you're not even wrong about your criticism of the president, vice president, whatever. I'm going in that goddamn booth.
What do you want me to do about it?
I'm voting. I'm sorry.
What do you want me to do?
Like, sure, you're gonna cancel me because I voted. Sure, but like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? I'm tired.
I mean, we talked about this before the we got on air, but I think that like we're essentially like reading people's diaries, and a lot of these things
shouldn't be,
and we shouldn't be like, and people should be like, it's certain things I'll say to you or I'll say to my friends, you know what I'm saying? I drop in the group chat or whatever that I would never say on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Or that I would never say on, not that I shouldn't say it on any public forum, but the more appropriate thing to do is to talk about this with people who know and love you and care about you and that will be willing to have this discourse with you. But you don't know me from a can of motherfucking paint. Yeah. And you're like, one thing that bothers me on the internet is like, whatever the cause is, if I feel it's a just cause, I'm going to support it. Whatever the boycott is, I'm going to do the boycott. If it's somebody that you say needs canceling and I feel they need canceling, I'm going to cancel them. If I find out that somebody did some shit in the past and I didn't know about it, I'm going to stop standing them. I might just not know yet. And y'all be like, she's a Zionist. She's a blah, blah, blah. They're a blah. I didn't know.
I forgot. So many people do so many terrible things. I forget it. You do something. I can't. Shit.
So now I can't even comment on movies. I can't comment on art. I can't comment on nothing.
It's like, I really loved Bobby's World. Oh, so you know Bobby slapped 4 babies in the face.
No, I didn't. No. And if you had told me kindly, I would have just been like,
I would have given a fuck. But now, not that I don't care about the
thing,
issue,
but I don't care about you.
Well, now fuck you.
You fuck you. Because you never say it to me like that.
I think the same way I made the point about people having this void that they want to fill with standing something. I feel like people have a void and they want to fill it by this moral like superiority that they feel like they have against people, and they don't really have, and not everybody obviously, and this is when they want to stand for something. So they want to feel better than people by, oh well, I don't have this and I have that, but I boycott Starbucks and McDonald's because free Palestine, which is true. I have seen so many terrible takes from people with Palestine flags.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah,
you want to feel like
you might not know, like, and it's certain things, especially the way I feel about boycotting, like there are certain things I am pretentious about. It's not on purpose, but I make an effort to not be pretentious about supporting things or not supporting things because I should just do it. Just because I'm not saying,
and that was my point. Not that you shouldn't support Palestine, but it's like, oh, you're not boycotting McDonald's, but it's like, you're a barb.
And you don't that. First of all, you don't say shit to me.
Like, you're a barb.
You don't give me criticism on Nathaniel. You ain't talking about Nathaniel.
You watermelon emoji. You're a barb.
You're a barb. What are we talking about here?
What are we talking about?
That's number one. And number two, first of all, I wasn't going to McDonald's anyway. Very easy
boycott
for me.
Don't be going to McDonald's.
Very easy boycott.
I don't be going to Starbucks.
You know where I was going? Starbucks. You notice I ain't got no Starbucks cup up here.
And I wasn't going to bother you about your sippy cup, but it's sippy.
This is actually Brittany. She left it at my home, and I'm certain that when she hears this / sees it, she's going to be like, bitch, give me my cup back. I didn't know for a while who it belonged to, and then I remembered it was hers, and it's in my house. So I've been drinking out of it, and I really like it. And I looked up the brand. I'm actually going to order some because it is. Look, it's got this latch. Right, so it doesn't just pop open, and then this is a commercial. Let me stop. Y'all ain't gave me no money.
Very much.
But I do like it. It's got a little ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is fun. Yeah. I will say that's fun.
I was like, why is it dirty? But that's my lip gloss.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's weird, especially as someone with a quote unquote platform. It's like people are waiting for an opportunity to like
people follow me to argue with me. I've been seeing that lately, that like somebody will be jumping stupid with me because I've been trying not to pay the negativity so much.
So hard though.
Because every day here, fat bitch, dumb bitch, black bitch, weave, you stupid, you alone, you ain't got no daddy, you don't have no man, blah 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 blah, blah. Racism. And it's like, I just need a break. So when people say nasty things to me, I really just started like hiding the replies and blocking them. But sometimes I'll like look at people's shit because it'll feel personal. It won't feel like generic, like attack. It'll feel like
follows you. It's like the fuck.
It's you've been waiting for a moment with me. You follow me so you can see my tweets, so you can do this.
I can't wait for a chance to argue with this, but it'll be shit like when it's a mundane tweet that you ain't gotta agree with me. Because it was a tweet when I was like. Remember the lady told a story about how when she was 4, she like finessed her daddy into buying her some cereal that her mama said she couldn't have.
Right.
And her parents got into an argument and the mama was like, oh, well, this is my husband.
Don't you ever try to.
Yeah. And it's like, this is a bit extra, but you're Gen X. I do remember growing up in my household, I would do manipulative things. Granted, I was a child, but even as an adult, I knew what I was doing then. I knew what I was doing now. I would do little slick shit like that. My dad would be like, look, I gotta live here, you don't. I'm gonna get in trouble with them. Like, I understood what the mama was saying. I got it. But the way people attacked her, it's like, be like, that's not.
I did think the mom was weird. I did.
No, and you can say that, but why are you cussing this bitch out about a 40-year-old story from her childhood? What do you want her to do? Go beat her 80-year-old mama up?
Yeah, old ass mama. What do
you want her to do? But people were going to, and it's like, there's no nuance of things. Or just like, it's fair to be like, okay, I'm not supporting this artist, I'm not supporting this. But like the way people go, it's like, is that necessary? Are you cussing this 40, 50-year-old lady out?
But you also got these people who like, because like, how I told you I pressed the issue with the lady at the gym, right? You got people who will never press an issue in their real lives ever. So they have all this built up anger towards their boyfriend, towards their mama, towards their daddy, whoever the fuck. So when it comes to the internet, and it's like, there will be no real consequence for me cussing Melanie out or saying that Melanie's a bitch. Now you got some sort of anger off because you can't say, like me, I'm gonna cuss my daddy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck him up wall. I'm gonna do that. Or I'm gonna, if I got a problem with my nigga, I'm gonna tell my nigga I got a problem, whoever the fuck. But a lot of these people on the internet will never, ever, 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 ever in their real life press an issue. So they're pressing all the issues they can on the internet because it makes them feel better by being losers.
And that's kind of the root of it all too. And it's just like, and a lot of it's projection. So this is what I wanted to talk about the whole episode. We here now. So I mean, we can give it a little long episode. Fuck y'all.
Just when we take a break, I need to just stretch a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. I gotta check my phone. So I saw the tweet with the girl whose dad missed his alarm or some shit and wasn't on the bridge when it happened. She was just like, oh my God, that wasn't nothing but God.
Just to clarify, we're talking about the Baltimore Bridge.
The Baltimore Bridge. She was like, oh, my
situation.
dad usually takes that bridge at the same time, but he missed it today. And she was like, that ain't nothing but God. Whatever. Mm-hmm. And then some girl was like, I hate when y'all do this because it kind of implies that your God was with them and not the people who were, whatever, this is insensitive. And it's like, I understand what they were saying. I understand what everybody was saying, but I just disagree with like that was an inherently malicious statement to make.
I think just because something is inherently malicious doesn't mean it wasn't harmful and that there could have been a little more thought.
That's fair. There could have been more thought. The timing was kind of off, but like, honestly, I don't think she thought that was going to be a viral tweet. She was probably talking to the 300 bitches from fucking West Baltimore that she followed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think it's natural for any of us who are religious or whatever, because like God, far be it for me to defend Christians, because they said, honestly, like me and God, we here. Christians,
but the rest of y'all get on my nerves. Yeah, on BD.
But so it's just like,
but you know what I'm saying. Should I not say that? I don't know. It's funny. Clearly, I'm not. Whatever it is.
I don't know what BD stands for, but like,
some not disciples. I think
we can do it in a biblical Bible's disciples. Anyway.
Hey man, it's just a joke. You guys, which I doubt they watching, but Lil Reese, I guess, if you're watching,
I'm so sorry what happened to your voice. We're so kind, ladies, and we're in Atlanta, so we have no dealings.
I don't even be in Chicago like that. No,
we don't. It's cold.
So,
but anyway,
the food
I ain't been up there. It was next to in Chicago so many years ago. I never went. Anyway,
so good. Yeah.
In T-Way. So yeah, I just feel like it's like an unfair criticism, and I think it's all a part of the overall misery of the internet, because I'm like, y'all could have scrolled past that. I don't know. I just feel like
we talked about this. I disagree.
We disagree, and I feel like that's healthy. I just feel like, not that you could scroll past it, but I just feel like it was a projection, because her following tweet was like, yeah, because when my mom died, and someone was like, God said, it was like, well, look, that's not.
But see, that's the thing. I think that when we're talking about things, I think everybody's really self-centered. All people are very self-centered, right. And I'm working on that too, because sometimes I get irritated with myself. But like, as we said, like, there's still people in the water at that point. If she had said that next week, if she had said it maybe even like a day later or some shit like that, I wasn't a fan of the language. But let's say she kept the language and then moved on. Fine. I think it also might have been better. Just like, I'm grateful that my dad didn't go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something like that.
Yeah,
but it does imply that the people who were affected by it, God wasn't with them. And I personally don't like that. And I've been working on things like that too. I talked about when we said,
yeah, because we like, say God's favorite, God don't play by me, all of that. And that was another tweet that Mick had made. And I've been thinking about it. Like, I was like, damn, I really want to talk about this, because I'm trying to find the proper words. Because I understand, I get it. But I think with the idea of God and God himself or whatever, capital H, whatever. But it's like, and again, I question God all the time. And I think people have to decenter, like you said, people are self-centered. Like me saying, oh, God is so good, I woke up this morning, oh, so fuck my great auntie that didn't wake up this morning. Right. I feel like that's a slippery slope to make it something like that, you know. And I feel like that's not fair
I understand what you're saying.
nitpick like that.
But I don't think it's nitpicking. I think it's delineating. I think that it's different. To me, I think it's different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think on the one hand, like when we do the whole God don't play by me thing,
right?
I think it's funny to say, and I do not think God plays by me. But on the same breath, it does imply that like God might be fucking about with some people, and to me, that's not the God I serve. So when we talk about like shit like this with the bridge situation, it's like it's two different things. It's okay to be grateful that your daddy was not on the bridge that went into the water. That's fair. But moments after it happened, and also my concern about that particular tweet as well is if you go and search those words. A bunch of people were copying and pasting for engagement. So that was
pasting what?
So like people will see a viral tweet or see a tweet they think will go viral. They will tweet the same, whether
so everybody's lying and saying that was their daddy.
So I saw that tweet more than once.
Oh, that's weird.
So that's weird. So that also stressed me out too. So that's
a completely different thing.
That's a completely different thing. So but the language, I get
it. I don't think. I don't know. Like things. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Like again, I can't get my words around it in the right sentence. But I just feel like maybe nitpicky isn't the right word that I want to use. But just look at us having a worthwhile conversation.
Yeah,
we're
talking about stuff.
We're so smart.
Yeah.
But no, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like God is everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
God is the good and God is also the bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can't rationalize why God let slavery happen or why God let the Holocaust happen or God. I don't know. But like, I think like.
But like, oh, go ahead.
I'm saying God is the good and bad. I've questioned God many a times. Like, God, why you take my daddy? And these Diddy alive and my daddy gone? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. But I can't take if someone else's dad had a stroke right now and he was like, "Oh, I'm fine." I can't be like, "So God, so fuck my daddy," and that's just not how they work.
So here's my thing with God and where it gets muddled for me. Because as we talked about earlier, some of this shit just is. Some of it, I think we be talking to God about some stuff, and God be like, "I literally am not involved in that." Just like straight up, like I have nothing to do with that. Like for example, for those of y'all that are following my career journey. I didn't get that job. And I went through like 4 rounds of interviews and an assessment. And I took a break from the podcast and I literally thought that it was in the bag and it wasn't. And so basically, Too Long Didn't Read of it all is they weren't going to tell me. They were just going to ghost me. And one of the guys on the review panel was like, "Hey, let's meet for coffee." Because we had discussed that we both lived in the same area. So he's like, "Let's meet for coffee. Like, I want to talk to you." So I'm thinking I'm going here for him to tell me that like, "Hey, the process is just slow. It's going to be you. Everything's going to be fine." They ended up going with another candidate because he had 6 months more experience than me. And what's going on their team is that like somebody about to leave to go on maternity leave and then somebody else is like terminally ill, so they're not involved. So they picked that other candidate simply because they would need less training than me. He said I was a better interviewer. I probably would have been a better fit in the long run. But right now, that is who they needed. That is who the team decided they needed. They had a rubric scoring system that everybody on the panel had to fill out. I lost by 1 point. And I immediately started blaming God. Because when I say about this job, I went to the park with my Bible. I read Psalms about suffering. I read the Psalms about David talking to God. Like, bro, are you not listening to me? Can you not hear me when I'm talking to you and I'm toiling and I'm suffering? I've been writing jokes about Job and how I've been feeling real Joby. I've been feeling Job-esque in the Bible. Like, I sat and I wrote out all of my prayers. I played my gospel music to the point where, like, I was being an annoying Christian in the park. I forgot my headphones and played the shit off my phone.
Don't worry, hear that Fred Hammond, bitch.
Literally. And so I'm writing out all my prayers. I folded up the prayer. I put it in the window so God could see it. Like, I was really serious about getting this job. And I'm still hurt and I'm still questioning it. But when I sat back and thought about it, I said, God literally might not have nothing to do with this. Mm-hmm. This could be, it just is. This could also be the devil. Why God got to take the blame?
But then that's where it gets kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's muddled for me.
Because it's like, now when is this in now? Because you done pulled that string, you done pulled that thread, and it's all starting to unravel. Because what is God and what isn't? Is none of it God?
Or is some of it God?
Is some of it God? How does God pick and choose? And then like when is God is like, "Oh, devil, you can handle my light." Wait, when? And that's the kind of.
But see, that's the thing about, and I just want to say before I forget, if you're going through a job hunt right now, I'm not going to get super emotional because I really want to cry and I'm just big fat, not going to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're going through a job hunt right now, I made a TikTok on it. If you want to go look at my TikTok about how I felt about the interview process, you can. You're doing fucking fine. You're doing great. You can't be a different person. You can't have different experience. You can't have a different resume. It's robots reading resumes and shit. The AI is reading resumes. It might be that they just didn't like your ponytail. It might be that they gonna hire their cousin. It might be that they don't want to really hire anybody at all, and they're just going through the motions to say that they did. Do not put any of that on yourself. Do not internalize any of that. What you've been doing as a professional in your field is still valid. All of your experience matters, and be fucking gentle with yourself. You're gonna figure out something to do. It's gonna be okay. So, because I slid down the wall.
As you should.
I slid down the wall. I don't know what it is about the month of March for me, but you know, last March I almost got up out of here with the suicide. And bitch, I got to sliding down that wall. So we got some choices to make.
That was this week. That was this week.
Yeah, March doesn't like me. March is not my bitch.
March is the month my dad died. So
hell.
It was the 12th. So it's like March? It's always. So it's always something in March. Something.
But I slid down the wall and I said I had to make a choice to make. And I immediately dried my face and went and made the TikTok. Because I'm not going to let the fact that like I simply am not being accepted to do a capitalism right now ruin my life.
And that's the thing too, because it's so bad. Literally every industry, every field, everything is fucked up. And it's like everybody can't. Like, how are people doing this? People got family and kids. We are the lucky ones that don't have really nobody but us and like maybe some dogs or some shit to worry about. So in all of this, because I've had experience like that, I've had that several times. Like it was they wanted me to do a project, and I did this. I did a presentation and PowerPoint, and fucking I was on Canva. I was doing all this shit, and it's like. Why not? Why wouldn't you give me the job? And it's just like you think of all the bills you got to pay and all the things you got to do, and it just will fuck your fucking head.
And when you get far enough in the process, you start planning the money.
You in that calculator, you times 40, times 52, times you already done calculated all your first check gone.
You done calculated your debt. You done calculated Christmas.
I'm gonna pay that damn. For the summer, I'm
gonna transfer that balance to the other card.
I'm gonna go to Costa Rica in May. And then when them people say, unfortunately, I just pushed it.
But the thing about it is, like, and I told you why I think that he wanted to go to coffee with me. But like, when I say they weren't gonna say anything,
they weren't gonna say shit.
They weren't gonna say shit. So I don't know. Do we need to wrap it up?
All right,
I think we should just wrap.
Well, yeah, we can wrap it up. I just feel like the God of it all. I again, the once you pull that thread, it's like, what is it? Because it's like I know God is there.
Yeah.
Because I've been very specific. I know God is real. But what is him and what isn't him? So I do think like, okay, look at God, or like the little small things. I think we kind of have been conditioned to say, just growing up Christian, when good things happen, you thank God.
Yes. And I think it's okay to have that gratitude, but. For Sis's tweet in particular, the timing was probably a little off. But then again, I think we like grew up in so many, my dad's alarm didn't go off, so he missed 9/11 and you know, whatever. Like we've heard stories about it all the time. So I'm trying to figure out like why people are like attacking her. Like this is the first time. I don't know, because some of it's just luck. Like some of it is also also good luck.
Maybe she would have said they didn't say that nothing but God. I don't know. Like which one? Like,
and I think some people like get off on this whole like favorite thing too, and that does start to annoy me. I think the nastiest thing to come out of the church is favor ain't fair. I think that's the nastiest thing that you could say. Like, what are you implying? Because the implication is that God loves you more than he loves whoever else you're talking about. That's what that is. So I've said it about like my body before. Like when people have been nasty to me, like, but I don't. But it is like let's say it. But it's nasty. It's nasty to say. No, is that not nasty?
Yes, I think it also counts in like if I get a parking spot and like if I'm walking up Target and all of a sudden the parking spot favor ain't fat, child. It's not. I think it depends on the context. Like if I'm saying to somebody like.
I just looked it up in my own tweets. I did that about my phone bill because somebody was like
innocuously like, oh, so fuck me who got extra fees this month. It's like that ain't, what do you want?
But I'm saying two things can be true. It could be funny and I think you want to say
I guess I just have to be nasty then because
sometimes
I'll just be an asshole then.
I get it. I mean, but I don't know. It is nasty.
We do be assholes.
Oh, I can be nasty. That's what I'm saying. Like I can recognize it as nasty because I can be nasty.
I'm a queen with favor and fair. Oh God, don't blame. I be saying that shit all the time. And But then again, I know how to stand and I'll just be wrong.
Yeah, I can just be a dickhead.
I'll just be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's the conclusion. But
and then sometimes when I'm saying God don't play about me, I'm sending a very specific message to a very specific person.
To a hating ass bitch. To a hating ass bitch. So sometimes I had a tweet with the fucking DURRELL who I ended up having to block. And I hate that when people make me have to block them.
Who the fuck is DURRELL?
Where the money reside, I had to block him. Being nasty on the internet. I'm just like, no, why you being nasty?
Ain't he like a barb or something?
He was barbing.
He was barbing.
But that picture, that meme of him doing this, I'm never gonna stop using that. He was like this because when bitches is hating on me, when I say it's a bitch so obsessed with me, and I'm just like, girl, now what is it? Now what is it this time? So it was just like every time at that point in my life where she would say something about me, it was literally something like every week, every day. And every time I would say something, I'd be like, nope. Backspace. And then that's when I was like getting booked LA, boom, LA again, boom, tour. And I was like, God, don't play with me. I'm God's favorite.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So sometimes you are being nasty to one person. So
and sometimes everybody catching the straight. I'm sorry that you had a flat tire today and I got some ice cream.
Yeah.
That's not my fault. I don't even know if that's God's fault.
Oh, I'm supposed to make an ooey gooey cake. That's what I'm gonna do tonight.
That ooey gooey. But yeah. This was a good discussion.
This was a good little discussion.
We wasn't talking about niggas or dick.
No, not for real, except for the letter.
And that was hardly niggas and dick. Just talking about Christianity and stuff. Good for us.
Yes. I hope y'all are doing well. We did miss y'all. We did miss the pod. Watch on the YouTube, even if you listen in your car. Like, follow, share, subscribe, all that. And come to Mel's show.
Come to the fucking show.
Come to her fucking show. Don't act like you ain't know.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more. Ho. Put your shoes on and go. Go to out the door. Act like you know. Am I a rapper? Mixtape coming soon.
Go to the store and get you a new outfit. No, that rhyme. No, I ruined it. See, this is I can't be a rapper. I'm not.
She ruined my flow, y'all.
I did.
You took a pitch pipe out of a man. Okay, no. Come to see y'all then. Bye.